Hi, Booktube. This is Kelly. Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah. Sending you all kisses and hugs. And if you don't like Valentine's Day, you can check out my new video on my Ko-fi page. You don't have to leave a tip to watch it. All the bonus footage is free, and I posted one about like mysteries about my Booktube channel. So if that sounds like more up your alley than Valentine's Day, by all means check that out. But today I thought I would do the Valentine's Day Sweetheart book tag. Now, the channel that I found this on is Melanie Kilsby, and I will link to her channel down below. But the original creator, like that video, and like I can't even get to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna link Melanie's down below. I thought we needed something silly and stress-free. So here we go. Okay, question 1. What is your favorite Valentine's Day themed candy? Do you know what, you guys, when it comes to candy, I'll take whatever, whatever it is, except black licorice. I do not like black licorice, but I love cakes, brownies, blondies, cookies, chocolate, candy bars, gummy frogs, like anything like butterscotch or caramel. Oh my goodness, love caramel. Yeah, so I will, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day themed for me to love it. And I will eat just whatever is in the house. Like, so if there's candy here, I will somehow find it and consume it. So question 2, do you enjoy reading romance? You know what, what I want to say is I enjoy reading novels that have maybe a romantic element to them. So the one I was thinking of, because I've been thinking about Trollope so much lately, Anthony Trollope that is Dr. Thorne. There is a great love story within this book, but that is not the entirety of the book. Not anti-romance, but I went through a phase in high school and gosh, probably even middle school, where I read a lot of paperback and sometimes hardcover romance novels, and I actually think it maybe gave me some relationship challenges as I got older, because my expectations were just unrealistic. And yeah, so like I said, I love a good love story, but I just don't want that to be like the only thing that there is. Question 3, do you tend to read romance books throughout the Valentine's Day season? No. But again, like that doesn't mean I'm not reading a story with that doesn't have some element of a love story within it. Just like I finished reading The Small House at Allington, which I'll be talking about Friday, and yeah, so there's definitely romantic elements to that novel, but that is not the main focus of the book. Question 4, your fictional sweetheart shows up at your door with a Valentine's Day gift. What is it? Okay, so I'm not going to go with fictional. I have a sweetheart. I have a wonderful husband. And this year, we normally don't even give each other cards for Valentine's Day. And I know that sounds terrible, but we have Christmas, we have our wedding anniversary, we have Jason's birthday. And by the time I get to Valentine's Day, I'm kind of done. Like, I don't... Anyway, but Jason bought me, and I'm sorry, it's in the car, so I can't show it to you, but Jason bought me Tiffany's first album on CD. And so I am going to link to her most famous song down below if you're not familiar. Those of you who are roughly my age will remember the days of Tiffany and Debbie Gibson, and Oh my goodness, we listened to some of those songs so many times. So that's what we've been jamming out to in the car lately is Tiffany. So question 5, how many romance books do you have that are written by the same author? Okay, so like I'm gonna say Jane Austen with all of her novels, some of her juvenilia. We have, I mean, there's Lady Susan, which is like a very short, like novella, Sanditon, the Watsons, which are unfinished novels. I would argue, though, that Jane Austen is definitely not just about romance. It's not just love story. I think she has a lot to say about money, class. There's at times great humor in her books. So I think Jane Austen is more than that. But I did grab our beautiful copy of Persuasion off the shelf, and yeah, so in my mind, you can't really go wrong with Jane Austen. Question 6, what is a romance book that made you cry? I am not sure if it made me cry. It might if I read it again. And I didn't want to bring this one because I've shown this on my channel so many times, but I just adore North and South. Again, a love story that is not just about the love story itself. Like there's definitely bigger themes going on in North and South. But if you haven't read this, even though it is flawed, there are Elizabeth Gaskell makes a few missteps, but nonetheless, North and South, oh my gosh, it just makes me all swoony. You know how I get swoony about things. Okay, let's see. Question 7, if you could choose any place, fictional or real, to escape to for a Valentine's Day date with your sweetheart, where would you like to go? And you know what? I'm so lucky, you guys. I'm married to my best friend, so I can go anywhere in the world with him. Now, there are some places I think we would maybe not like to go to, but if there is a bookstore and a coffee shop, my husband and I will be happy. So we'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. So, yeah, I mean, we went on a trip to Montreal. It was to see the Rogers Cup tennis tournament, and we had tickets, I think we had tickets for 3 days, and then like we had like off days. And we saw some of the best tennis players that have ever played at the game. And when we weren't like at the tennis stadium or arena or whatever we're gonna call it, when we weren't at the tennis courts, we were either in our hotel room watching tennis, sometimes in French, sometimes in English. We were either watching tennis, or we found, and I know it's a chain in Canada, Second Cup, and we'd go there in the mornings and get a croissant filled with chocolate and a cup of coffee and sit and read our books, and we were so happy. We had a lovely time. The other day, I would say, that's maybe one of the best days of my whole life is that Jason and we were on a cruise, not doing that again, but anyway, we were on a cruise in the Caribbean and with Jason's family, and we spent the most beautiful morning on a beach in Barbados, and it was absolutely spectacular. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna go with there. Okay, question 8. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. What anticipated book release do you know in your heart you will absolutely love? Okay, so I think this is actually out in the UK booktubers. I'm so jealous. Judi Dench has a memoir coming out I think it's called like Shakespeare Paid the Rent. if I can, I'll try to write the name of the book in the notes below. But yeah, and I'm so curious to read it. I love Judi Dench, and yeah, I'm just curious to see what her thoughts are. I saw her recently on the Graham Norton show, and yeah, Graham Norton asked her to just like quote some Shakespeare, and she just whipped off a sonnet like it was nothing. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, not necessarily like a love story, but still, like I think it's gonna be a great book. So I am looking forward to when I can get my hands on that book. I have no idea when that will be. Let's see. Question 9. Do you have any favorite loved theme quotes from all of the books you have read? Ooh, let's see here. So I have a very dusty commonplace book that I used to write quotes in, and I don't know why I stopped. This is from another book that I absolutely love called The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood. I need to reread that book. So I have several quotes from it, but I'm just going to read this one. Why is a honeymoon called that? Lune de miel, moon of honey, as if the moon itself is not a cold and airless and barren sphere of pockmarked rock, but soft, golden, luscious, a luminous, candied plum, the yellow kind, melting in the mouth and sticky as desire, so achingly sweet it makes your teeth hurt. A warm floodlight floating, not in the sky, but inside your own body. And then the last question, all's fair in love and war. Do you have more books with red or pink spines? Okay, so I'm gonna be straight up here. Not a lot of books with pink spines in my home library. So I would definitely say red for sure. I'm looking on the bookcase right next to me over here. I can see a Red Comet, the Heather Clark biography of Sylvia Plath, and yes, there's definitely more red. But I was thinking about this book with a pink spine, pink cover. This is What Katie Did by Susan Coolidge, and Jason got this for me. This, of course, is like the folio edition, so it's a super fancy book. I can't eat chocolate and read this book at the same time. I think this is a middle grade more like read, but I'm not 100% sure because we've owned it for so long, but it's been weighing on my mind that I really do need to read this. Looks like there's some beautiful illustrations in here, of course, it being a folio edition. So yeah, if you know about this book, tell me about it in the comments section. What are you doing to celebrate Valentine's Day? Are you celebrating, or are you like anti-Valentine's Day, which is totally fine. I would love to hear from you down in the comments section. If nothing else, you want to just leave a heart emoji, I'll take it. So if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, as always, you can give this video a thumbs up. Booktube, I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. But as always, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.